Yo, what's up everyone? We are back with another reaction video. Thank you so much for stopping by to the channel today. The support means a lot. Today we'll be checking out another highly recommended video. Today we'll be reacting to an introduction to Parliament. Let's jump right into this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. Feel free to use my recommendation link down below in the description if you guys would like to go ahead and suggest more of these videos for me to react to. Here we go, man. Time for me to get educated. Like I told y'all, man, I got my education.
Healthcare, education,
It's always something new to learn every day, though.
International aid,
Okay.
crime. Issues affecting all our lives are shaped and driven by Parliament.
Right.
But how did it all begin? What does Parliament do all day, and how do you fit in? Parliament has evolved throughout its long history to become what it is today.
Yeah, and I like the Parliament too, because I'm sorry to pause it so soon. It was just very fair. In my opinion, it was very fair. You know, even the king wasn't above the laws. Was they called laws or rules? The king wasn't above it. Over here in the U.S., man, oh, it don't matter. Even if we had a king, I feel like we should have a king, not a president. But I guess, you know, whatever. I feel like, you know, the presidents, even them, they should not be above our laws. You know, they be getting over, man. They be getting over, and they be doing a lot of sneaky stuff under the table, and we're not gonna talk about it, man, because I ain't no
Changing
fed.
over time to meet the needs of the people. Two key historical events began this process.
Okay.
In 1215, King John put his seal on Magna Carta and agreed to a list of 63 rules set out by a group of barons. This ensured for the first time that no...
Wait, what was it called? Hold on.
1215, King John put his seal on Magna Carta.
Magna Carta? Did I hear that right? Am I saying it right? Magna Carta? Okay, so the Parliament. Okay, so was it the Parliament, or should I say the Magna Carta was fair instead of the Parliament was fair? Let me know in the comments, please. I don't want to, you know, say anything foolish, man. For real.
And agreed to a list of 63 rules set out by a group of barons.
63.
This ensured for the first time that no one, not even the king, was above the law. 50
Right,
years later,
I just said that.
Simon de Montfort,
That's what I'm
for the
saying.
first time, invited representatives of the towns and shires to his 1265 Parliament. These events established the foundations for the representative democracy we have today, and from this point onwards, the power to make decisions for the nation passed, over time, from the monarch to Parliament. Let's take a closer look at the UK Parliament today.
Parliament structure, okay?
Parliament is made up of three parts: the House of Commons, the House of Lords, and the monarch.
Now, how am I supposed to remember that? How am I supposed to remember this? We're going to do it like how we did last video. We're going to take a little picture of it real quick on the screen. This is exactly how we do, man. So I can have it right here sitting on the screen so I can remember these three. House of Lords, House of Commons, and Monarch. These are the three main what? You see, I don't want to say nothing wrong. The three main structures?
Parliament is made up of three parts:
Okay.
the House of Commons, the House of Lords, and the monarch. The House of Commons is the elected chamber of Parliament. It debates big issues, proposes laws, amends existing ones, and challenges the government's work.
Okay.
There are 650 members of Parliament, or MPs, who each represent a constituency in the UK. They belong to either a political party or are independent, and are elected by constituents of the area they want to represent. The leader of the party that has the most MPs elected after a general election becomes the Prime Minister and heads up the government. They choose a cabinet made up of 20 senior ministers, who coordinate each government department's work. Parties not in power are called the opposition. MPs from the opposition and government question the government on policy and proposed laws. The Speaker keeps the House in order by chairing these debates.
Right.
The House of Lords is the second chamber and shares the making and shaping of laws with the House of Commons, made up mostly of life peers, and also includes hereditary peers and bishops. Lords are selected for their knowledge and experience, and hold government to account by using their expertise to look at laws and issues in detail. The monarch's role is mainly ceremonial. They meet the Prime Minister once a week to hear what's going on in Parliament and formally agree every new law. But that's
Once a
not
week.
all. There are also people working behind the scenes who support the work of Parliament: clerks, librarians, researchers, and many more.
Holding government to account.
The government has been elected to run the country, and Parliament holds the government to account for us, the public. But how? Prime Minister's questions and ministerial questions give MPs and Lords the opportunity to challenge the government's policies. It's in these debates that they can share the views of their constituents and the public and how new policies may affect them.
Right.
Another important way Parliament can scrutinise or look in detail at the work of government is through select committees. Select committees analyse and scrutinise policy. They're made up of either MPs, Lords, or a mixture of both. Together, committee members look at a particular subject and make recommendations on improvements. Witnesses with expertise in the area under scrutiny are called to give evidence, which is used to help shape the committee's inquiry. Members of the public, like you, with a view on the subject can also give evidence for consideration. At the end of an inquiry, a committee writes a report with recommendations that the government usually responds to within 60 days.
Okay. And the government listens? And the government actually listens.
Houses in Parliament share responsibility for making and shaping laws. But where do laws come from in the first place? A bill is a proposal for a new law, or
Right.
to change an existing law, and comes from lots of places, like governing and opposition parties, public inquiries, civil servants, or campaign groups. So how does an idea get turned into a law? Imagine the government wanted to place greater controls over the internet. A proposal called a Green Paper is published, which presents the government's ideas for future policy. This is open for public discussion, with interested groups like internet service providers and others likely to be affected. Once findings are gathered, a white paper is published, which outlines a firmer plan for government policy. Cabinet ministers must agree whether the proposal is taken forward. Once agreed, a bill is drawn up, and the minister responsible for the policy introduces the bill to Parliament for debate. MPs and members of the House of Lords comment on, debate, or amend the bill through several stages, and at the end of the process, apart from very rare circumstances, it must be agreed by both houses.
Right.
It's then passed to the monarch, who gives formal approval, or royal assent, and the bill becomes law, called an Act of Parliament.
Okay, same with our Congress elections and voting.
In the UK,
Okay.
we live in a democracy, which means power is in the hands of the people through our right to vote. Throughout history, lots of people in the UK have campaigned for the voting rights we have today. There are lots of different types of elections to vote in: general, local, European. Let's take a closer look at how MPs are elected to the House of Commons through the general election. General elections take place in the UK usually once every 5 years, and every seat is up for grabs. On polling day, voters make a choice from a list of candidates. The candidate with the most votes then becomes that constituency's MP. Okay, but how would I know who to vote for? Before
Right.
elections, candidates need to campaign to get people to vote for them. Campaigning can involve handing out political leaflets, speaking in public debates, talking to people during door-to-door visits, and party political broadcasts.
Okay, how is it out there in the UK with politics now? So we got the religion out the way, but how is it with politics? I'm curious to know that. Do we have people running around with oh my gosh, with all different types of petitions? Oh, here, vote for this person, vote for this person, sign this petition, sign this petition. Who do you want to go for? Vote for this person. Oh my goodness. Do we have a lot of this going on, man? Or does everybody kind of keep this private? Keep it to themselves? Discuss it, maybe to their family members? Maybe not even. You guys might do things a little different in the UK. I know speaking politics and speaking religion and culture, all that with your family members, oh, that could cause debates. That could cause a lot of breakouts, So how do you guys do in the UK? I know you guys tend to think things all the way through. Because I wouldn't be speaking to my family members about who I voted for, especially if we voted for the opposite person. Now we bashing heads every day. We bashing heads. I'm not doing that. Please let me know in the comments, man. I'm curious. Do we have people just running around trying to force this on people? Vote for this person. Sign this slip right here if you like this person, but if you believe this person does this, and we're not doing this, man. We're not doing this. We're not getting into the politics that deep. Or are you? Or are you? Does the UK take their politics seriously? Yeah.
Parties
I
standing
gotta
for
hear this
election
one,
publish
man.
a
How do y'all feel
declaration of
about
their
it?
policies during the campaign, called a manifesto. Once elected, an MP represents all their constituents, even the ones that didn't vote or voted for a different candidate. The party with the most MPs elected forms the government, and their leader becomes Prime Minister.
Okay.
And if there's a hung parliament, where there's no clear winner, then a minority government or a coalition government may be created, or a fresh election held.
No winner.
One way to have a say in how the country is run is to use your vote. You have to be 18 or over to vote in general elections, but you can register from the age of 16.
Right.
There are lots of other ways to get involved and have your voice heard, whatever your age. Remember, MPs represent all of their constituents. But how? You can visit an MP in their local constituency office, or you can even travel to the Houses of Parliament to lobby them in Central Lobby. Lords have knowledge and experience in specific subject areas. You can look them up by policy interest on the Parliament website. Anyone can contact any Lord or their local MP by letter, phone or email to discuss an issue that's important to them or their community.
Okay. Don't get me started, man. We towards the end of the video. Do not get me started. I don't want to go on a rant, man, because I start talking too much. Are they answering these letters, these phone calls, these emails? How often do they get back to the public? Any of my supporters watching this video, for all my UK supporters, because we know the government ain't getting back to nobody. We know the government ain't getting back to nobody over here in America. So America's out the question. All my Americans, I'm gonna leave you out of this real quick. I'm sorry. For all my British people, man, how often? Any of my British supporters, have any of you ever wrote a letter, made that phone call, or have written an email? And how fast did you get your response? This only shows how much they care about what they do for a living, about what the other people think, about what the public thinks. Because we don't... What? I didn't even know you could do that, honestly. I didn't want to say that because y'all going to be like, oh, here we go. Look, I didn't know we could do this. I didn't know I could write a letter. Let me write a letter to my government. I know a few people have. They don't really get back to you unless it's like a big poll. You got to get a whole petition. You got to go out and harass people and get like a couple thousand people to write their names on it. If you're going to send it off, it could be just one genuine thought from one person. Oh, they're not going to consider it because it's one person. We need thousands of people. The thinking over here ain't, man.
Sometimes, though, there's strength in numbers. So, to get your voice heard, you could join the youth section of a party, or the UK Youth Parliament. If you're passionate about an issue, you could start a petition for a cause either on paper or online, or join an existing campaign, pressure or protest group to influence decision making.
Yeah, it's better to do that online, man.
Use different methods to get their
safe.
voices heard, from lobbying to peaceful protest, all designed to bring about change. And don't forget, you can get your voice heard in school or college too by joining or starting a student council, a bit like a mini parliament.
Summary.
So, Parliament sits at the heart of UK democracy, debating the big issues of the day, making and shaping laws, and holding the government to account. By voting, petitioning, campaigning and more, you can also get involved with the work of Parliament. What will you do?
I'm about to write a nice little descriptive email to my government. That's what I'm about to do. I didn't know we could do that. So many issues. I thought we was writing these issues to like the school boards. I thought we was just writing these issues. Well, yeah, where do our issues go, honestly? Now that I'm thinking about it. Like, because a lot of people are writing letters, sending emails, making phone calls. All this has to go back to the government. You know, a lot of people in America, they complain about the school districts. That's why I mentioned it. So, like, does that go back to the government? Because the government has to be the one to make the change. They must be ignoring it, because for years we have issues with everything: the roads, the education, supermarkets, prices, tax, everything, healthcare, everything. The government does not get back to us. It's just like they don't care. So it's kind of useless. Let me tell you something. Over here in America, baby, we live in an apocalypse already. That shouldn't be laughing. That's not funny. That's not funny. We live in an apocalypse. Ain't no help over here. Ain't no help over here. Believe it or not, there's some states with some counties that don't have hospitals within that county. So you gotta drive within 3-4 hours out if you want to get to the nearest hospital. We're not gonna talk about that either. So many things, these people have complained about. Try to push off to our government, they ignore it. Nothing's getting passed. And then if they do decide to focus on something, one of our concerns, it's gonna take about a year or two just to get it passed. A year or two. We'll see the change in 2027. It's ridiculous. You guys let me know how you felt about this video down below in the comment section. I highly appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by to the channel today and showing support. It means a lot. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. Spam my comment section with more of these videos to react to. And feel free to use my suggestion link down below in the description if you guys want to go ahead and recommend some more videos for me to react to. I really do enjoy reacting to these videos, man. And I really do appreciate everybody who spams my comment section and uses the suggestion link in my description to recommend these videos. I really do appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Honestly, it keeps me busy, and it's always something to do. Always more to learn, Always more to learn. Just when you think you had it, you don't. Just when you think you had all the knowledge, you don't. Feel free to check out my second channel, Strac Reacts Live, where I'll be reacting to nothing but sports videos. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers over there, and we gonna hit it fast. We got like 420, 430 now. I think we got like 15 subs in a day yesterday. Yeah, we was going crazy. Now, y'all was going crazy. Now y'all was going crazy, man, showing number support. Same like how y'all been doing on this channel, man, showing number support. Please share this video, share this channel to your peoples, man. We on the grind. We on the road to that big 5K, and we gonna hit it fast. We gonna hit it soon. And please, don't forget, somebody, please, clarify my questions in the comments if you made it to the end of the video. I would highly appreciate it, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe.